couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. Yeah, that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 23-yard line.
My 20! I got you. I got you. 40's the mark. Squeeze. Regular. Kill.
Fitzpatrick taking a shot for Samuel. And that's caught inside the 35. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Fitzpatrick. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball. He was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin. And it's 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
2nd down, looking to throw. Fitzpatrick letting one go deep for the end zone. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Terry McLaurin, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And Washington takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive.
Boy, that route is really tough to cover, because if they're running it correctly, you think it's really going to be a slant.
Yeah, well, we talk all the time about how it's tough to execute offensively, but you're saying, don't forget, it's tough to cover for the defense, too.
Yeah, the number one thing that you're taught is to not get caught inside or get beat inside. So you guard that a little bit more. So that gives you a little bit more space to operate outside if you start your move initially inside if you're a receiver.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Brought down by the quarterback, William Jackson.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away.
For the Ravens.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Fitzpatrick, a quick throw. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 16 yards right off the bat with a 1st down. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Fitzpatrick now. And he finds his rookie target from Memphis, Antonio Gibson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there, good for a Washington 1st down.
The 42-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They run the counter. Gibson. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
The ball carrier.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Let me breathe for a minute, man. Let me breathe for a minute. Let me breathe.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Play fake. It's Fitzpatrick. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion.
Here we go. Yeah, check it, Mike.
On 3rd down, Fitzpatrick. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 40. 17 yards that time at a Washington 1st. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. From the gun, Fitzpatrick. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic, and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 13-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Check. Watch out. Wait.
On 1st down, it's Gibson. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Let's go, D.
And right side, they're going to go option here. He pitches it. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
And now they're looking for 19 yards here on third down following 2 negative plays. Off the play fake here, Fitzpatrick. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they were able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken in the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start with a handoff to Dobbins. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Andrews. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a first down.
And a Raven first down.
$10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
10. Ravens nothing.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here comes Dobbins on the toss right. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson, this is complete to Watkins on the slant. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. It's 33. 16 yards, a first down.
Make it happen! Hold on.
And it's getting in hard.
Now Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And oh, it'll be intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
First and 10.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added on to their lead. But that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game. But we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, and we know that's not true. Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll try the left side. Gibson. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
3rd down and 2.
Just let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe for a minute.
Like the 48 right now. Let's go. Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
Hey, chill.
Mike, 48.
Fitzpatrick on 3rd and 2. And they'll get this to Antonio Gibson complete. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
For Washington.
A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
At the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a give right side. It's Gibson. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11. And if his coaches are correct, we're going to see a lot more runs like that from this young rookie going forward.
And you know, slapping each other on the back up in the boots right now? The scouting department, because they really recommended this guy highly, and he's justifying their faith in him.
First down, Fitzpatrick. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
There on the stop. The tackle made back at the 39-yard line.
To throw, Fitzpatrick. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. They don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Following the interception here, Fitzpatrick slings this deep for... Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That one good for 37 yards.
Goal at the 7-yard line.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
58, boy, 58, 58, come on. Crunch time, defense. He's coming, double up. He's coming, double up.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Here's a quick throw right side, and it's complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. He's got it, and it's 17-0.
makes this Washington 17. Ravens nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a
25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
30-yard line.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Jackson. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
One thing they definitely like about this youngster is his motor. He is full throttle on each and every snap. Loves to get after the quarterback, and that has to feel good to him right there. His first career sack.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson, defensively, that's Earl Thomas, the all-pro safety, knocking it free.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, Jackson. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. Finds a seam inside the 40. Looking middle, and that's complete. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. First down. Again, Jackson. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. To throw again, Jackson. Over the middle, complete. It's Watkins. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. A great job there, Charles, just to hold on, absorb that contact. I guess that's the risk you take catching the ball toward the middle of the field.
It is, and if you're going to gain yardage, you're going to have to go there at some point. But how about the read, okay? The eyes of that play, stepping out from the middle of the field and really making a big hit. Did not get free, but boy, that's a tough area to go in.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked by Kendall Fuller, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Jackson.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Final play of the half, Fitzpatrick. Taking a shot for Samuel. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. But gutsy call there. You exit the locker room with a lead. Tried the onside kick. It didn't work.
And you just wonder what the gain was there. They were already in the lead. They were in control of the game. They may have given momentum now to their opponent and maybe kick-started things going in the opposite direction.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Montez Sweat in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Another try after the 1st down sack. Jackson, he's got his man on the crossing route. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. Jackson from the shotgun. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
The 8-yard line.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Throwing is Jackson. Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. So an opening drive interception to begin this 2nd half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the 2nd half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
Hey, color.
Fitzpatrick on 1st down. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Now a man open down the middle of the field. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders.
He's got a man. Complete. 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 85 yards. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? On 2nd and 9, Jackson, space to maneuver at the 40. Wide open receiver complete. As he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
Ravens.
the gun, it's Jackson. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got him. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
2nd and 6 at their 48-yard line.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at Washington's 12-yard line. It's 44. 7 yards there and a first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target, but it'll be second down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
In the third quarter here in D.C., a 2nd and 10 upcoming. A first throw for the backup, Rosen. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they definitely figured out something defensively at halftime, Charles. That's now 2 drives and 2 interceptions here in this third quarter.
And I think the easy thing for us to say is, boy, they made an adjustment, didn't they? Or they showed him something different. I'm not so sure it's that as much as maybe he's just been impatient and forced the ball a little bit. In any event, as you noted, back-to-back interceptions thrown.
And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
But they're certainly not neglecting their run duties as well as they ate up the blockers in front and allowed the secondary to get home.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's Fitzpatrick. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. 11 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The defense surrenders a 13-yard pass play there on 3rd and 1. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Fitzpatrick, a quick throw. Through an opening, and there he goes. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Washington offense just continuing to pour it on.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field. Certainly not what they want. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
They'll run on 1st down. Gibson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And Washington able to capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And they drew up the counter there. It worked. They're glad they drew up the counter.
And a lot of times what you're trying to do is just simply get the defense moving in one direction. It doesn't take much. Even one step's enough. Get them going in one direction and then cut back against the grain and let your running back finish it off and get the work done.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You'd better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
On second down, Jackson. And that's going to be intercepted. Landon Collins, the Pro Bowl safety. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field, so play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more, but a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 30 yards. And Washington able to capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something
Heads up.
to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. That one, a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
Chase
A
Young.
loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
34-yard line.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. And that is incomplete here. Sammy Watkins, the intended target, and that'll make it third down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
The Ravens on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And now here is another interception. William Jackson with a pick. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go.
Brings up
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
That 3rd down conversion good for 23. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. A quick throw complete into the flat out left. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That catch good for only a couple.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Play action now. Fitzpatrick. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Thomas, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. And he's able to knock that one away.
Setting up the receiver screen here to Thomas. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Logan Thomas, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And this Washington offense continuing to add to their lead. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
This Washington 52, Ravens nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
The end result, 21 yards.
21 yards.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground and how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Hill. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
The ball carrier.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. From midfield now, here's Jackson. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Chase Young in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career.
3rd and 14.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Now it's Jackson. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And this is going to be incomplete. The Ravens go for it but come up empty.
And Washington will take control of the football in great field position.
On down.
Fitzpatrick now to throw on 1st down. Open man is Samuel, complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Samuel. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 39-yard line.
Fitzpatrick now. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 1st down, it's Gibson. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11.
Ball carry.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll keep it on the ground. Gibson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Here's Fitzpatrick. to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Hopkins for the Washington field goal. A 28-yard attempt.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Taken about 7 yards deep, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw is Rosen. Now a desperation throw. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. It's complete to Brown, right side. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. 4 receivers to keep tabs on here, 3 of them to the right side on 2nd and 5. Jackson will throw again. He's going to let it fly. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
On the deep ball. Coverage there by Earl Thomas.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Again, Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. You're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle.
Justin Tucker to kick
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Taken in the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Now they nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and